Aloha. I would like to tell you the story of the little island of Lanai and how this island became a model of health and well-living. 50 years ago, there was a remote rural island, the island of Lanai. About 3,000 people lived there. They were lovely people who were friendly, hardworking, and lived a simple life. But these people had conditions, behaviors, and habits that endangered their health. There was a lack of access to fresh fruits and vegetables, and many of the island's residents were immigrants with limited education and low income. Many of the ethnicities on the island favored diabetes, cardiovascular disease, obesity, and smoking. Today, 50 years later, the picture is very different. There is decreased diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and obesity. There's increased education and incomes. Most impressive, though, the whole island is smoke-free. How did this happen? Well, back in 2013, a small group of people started to collaborate. They called themselves the Kaunaoa O Lanai, or the Lei of Lanai. This team was an odd mix. All its members were from different silos: public, private, and nonprofit. What linked them together was their passion and the determination to improve the health of the island's residents. Their goal was to work with the island's major employer, the Four Seasons hotels, to help them become smoke-free campuses. It seemed easy, but it wasn't. The team first created team leadership goals, inclusion of friends, and learning to trust and support each other. They also created individual goals, increased ability to understand others, the ability to accept others without trying to change them, and the increased ability to listen actively. In essence, the team learned how to play well in the sandbox and have taught others to do the same. The team faced many challenges, though. Team member turnover was an issue several times. There was also never enough money to accomplish everything that they needed. There was distance between the team members in that they lived on separate islands, were separated by an ocean, and one member also lived on the mainland. So there was a great deal of dependency for meetings on telephone communication. The island's diverse community and cultures was another issue. The primary culture on the island is Filipino. There's quite a bit of Japanese, Chinese, Hawaiian, and Caucasian. Another factor was that the island was owned by one person. And this individual truly didn't have any desire to play in the sandbox at all. The project started with a very complex big picture that was created to try to identify all the various parties that might be involved in the discussions and the efforts. But over time, the big picture became much simpler. Kaunaoa O Lanai realized that their efforts to help the Four Seasons become a smoke-free campus was actually an effort to plant seeds in the minds of the community members. As the seeds grew, the community would stop smoking and live a healthier lifestyle. During the first year of Kaunaoa activity, new members were welcomed, bringing strengths, ideas, and information that helped to educate the people of Lanai. Together, this expanded team gained a better understanding of barriers and needs, and also increased the community education and access. They also strengthened their friendships and increased the knowledge of available supports. But after the first year, Kaunaoa did not give up. The team nurtured the seeds that they had planted. They implemented their action plan and identified all opportunities to get their message out. They knew that this was a long-haul initiative. They assigned priorities. They assigned timelines. And over the last 50 years, they saw their seeds produce results. Little by little, they saw decreased rates of diabetes and cardiovascular disease and obesity, and they saw education and incomes increase. And then they saw the whole island go smoke-free as the social norms changed and smoking was no longer tolerated. Each member of Kaunaoa O Lanai gained knowledge from that first year and used that knowledge to obtain the results that we now see in 2064. But they didn't stop there. They nurtured new team members along the way to keep the movement going, to make Lanai the healthiest island around, and to make health a social norm. That is the story of Lanai and how this little island became a model of health and wellness. It was through the courage, determination, and passion of the team members of Kaunaoa O Lanai. The end.